Sup Swarm, Sketchy here, and I literally just got home to talk about the Pokemon Presents that came out earlier today, showing off some pretty interesting stuff. So I was taking my lunch when this aired, so I was able to watch it, and I was able to think about what I wanted to say before I got home. So here we go. We're gonna go in order of what was talked about. So briefly cover Pokemon Snap. I got into the franchise around Gen 3, so Pokemon Snap was a bit before my time, and because I came around in Gen 3 and we were well past the N64 by this point, I never saw the appeal of Snap. I know for people that were around at the time it was a big deal, but for me, because I came around so late, it just wasn't it for me. But seeing this new Pokemon Snap, I'm definitely invested, I'm definitely interested in picking it up. And coincidentally, it comes out the day after my birthday of all days. So maybe I'll do a stream when that comes out and I get it, hopefully. But I'm definitely getting this game. I'm looking forward to the more social aspects, seeing what other pictures people are able to find. It's gonna be a really cool social type game, similar to how people share their different photos from Animal Crossing. But let's get to the main things that people are talking about. Firstly, the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I really wish it was called Shining Diamond because then it would have been a JoJo reference and I would have picked that up. But yeah, Diamond and Pearl remakes. If you guys know my history with Pokemon, then you'll know that I am not a fan of Gen 4. Diamond and Pearl for me are the worst Pokemon games. So I know a lot of people in my social circles were expecting me not to care about remakes, but because I tend to be an optimist most of the time, this is how I saw it. Because my opinion of Diamond and Pearl was so low that it could not possibly get any lower, these remakes would have nowhere else to go but up. I was pretty surprised at the chibi-ish style that they're deciding to go with rather than going with Sword and Shield style graphics, but once I saw it was being developed by ILCA instead of Game Freak, then it started to make sense. Junichi Masuda, the director of the original Diamond and Pearl, is going to be directing this alongside a person from ILCA, and I'm not sure what the balance is going to be between, who had more say and what got into the game, but I'm hoping that with an old head collaborating with a new head, we do get something that makes Diamond and Pearl better than they originally were. And truthfully speaking, if you were one of the people that were complaining about Sword and Shield's graphics and wanted a different visual style, you literally have no room to complain. The only concern that I have per se is when they mentioned that this would be a faithful recreation of Diamond and Pearl. Reason being, this is the fourth, technically fifth remake of a main series Pokemon game, and to my knowledge, the previous remakes never had faithfulness mentioned as a priority in their designs. So my concern is that these games will be faithful in the same way that Fire Red and Leaf Green were faithful, meaning that Pokemon that were from outside of the original games that they were based on can't be obtained until you do some post-game bullshit. And Pokemon that got evolutions in later games literally will not evolve until you do all that post-game bullshit. I really hope the Diamond and Pearl remakes don't do that. And it would be incredibly ironic that these remakes are made by the people that made a program that lets you transfer your Pokemon and you can't have outside Pokemon in this game. At the very least, I'm hoping that transfers will be unlocked after you beat the main game, at the very least. So I'm just gonna have to wait and see how they execute Pokemon availability here. It's a win-win for me either way, because either these games make Pokemon Diamond and Pearl actually good, or they end up sucking and I never liked the originals anyway, so it's not like it's gonna bother me that much. And most importantly, I think that having another studio handle these remakes was a good idea so that Game Freak can focus all of their attention on what seems to be their primary project right now, Pokemon Legends Arceus. Now this was incredibly surprising to me, an open world Pokemon game. Full disclosure, I was never one of the people that begged for an open world Pokemon game. If time went on and we never got a Pokemon game and I died without having one, I would have been fine. But since it's here, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. I think setting it in ancient Sinnoh was a really good choice because Sinnoh is very modernized like a lot of the regions from like Gen 3 onward, And I personally don't think that the Sinnoh region lends itself well to an open world RPG, except maybe like the northern part towards Snowpoint City. Having more of a ancient type of world where there's a lot more open wilderness lends itself a lot better to an open world Breath of the Wild style RPG. So I think that was a good call there, especially since Sinnoh is canonically one of, if not the biggest region in the Pokemon world. Of course, you know I'm 100% happy that my boy Cyndaquil is one of the starters for this game. I find it very poetic that Cyndaquil is a starter in a game that takes place in Sinnoh, when my discovery of Cyndaquil as my all-time favorite Pokemon got me through Generation 4. Like, my love for Cyndaquil got me through a generation of Pokemon that for the most part I really didn't like. So I think it's kind of funny that things come full circle and now a Sinnoh game has Cyndaquil as a starter. And the Pokemon battles that we all know and love are still present in this game. So I think this is a perfect compromise. We get an open world Pokemon game, but we still get the turn-based battles, at least based on what we've seen. And I'm liking the user interface that they showed for the battles. That looks really cool. So this is another game where, despite being in a region I don't like, I'm very optimistic about. And I came out of this presentation feeling very optimistic about the future. Pokemon Legends isn't coming out until early next year, so they have a full year of development time to polish this game, and they don't have any other games that they're working on that I know of to distract them. So I'm, again, cautious optimism is the name of the game, and I hope that both the Diamond and Pearl remakes and Pokemon Legends finally make Sinnoh enjoyable for me. But that pretty much covers my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. Which of these 3 games are you most looking forward to? And also let me know if you enjoy these kinds of videos where I just sit down and just chill and talk with you guys. The video I did on MLP G5 did pretty well, but I'm not sure if it's because it's about G5 or it's because you guys genuinely enjoy this kind of video format. So sound off if you want to see more of these, and until next time, keep it sketchy, folks. Peace.